it is Saturday, folks, and I am going online to do a little bit of coding. It's this, well, first of all, it's a Saturday. Saturday. There we go. Right. So I usually work on my MacBook, but I'm trying out a new setup here at home. And one of the changes is that I've started to use a wireless keyboard from Plex Gear. It's a Bluetooth connected keyboard and also a mouse. So I'm used to using my trackpad and my keyboard on my MacBook, but I'm trying this. So we're gonna see how that works. If we're gonna make more typos and shit. So we'll see about that. And let's talk a little bit about the agenda. So the other day I was doing a demo together with my Agile Ventures colleagues or peers in the Work to Web training program. And one of the things and at that particular time we were doing WebSockets, a little bit of theory intro, and then we dive into setting up a very small WebSocket server and build a chat client in vanilla JavaScript. And that was a bit of a messy code. Vanilla JavaScript, it is what it is. So we have a very small raw HTML based client, and I just wrote some script here on the same page, that set up a small flow to be able to chat, basically. You set your username, or we call it nickname, right? And then you got a small interface to send off chat messages, and it is what it is. It's it's not the best implementation, but it was a proof of concept thing. And then once I was done, I was thinking, how can we test this from an acceptance test perspective, end to end? So I was a bit intrigued by that. Never really gotten into this, so I set out to learn about testing WebSockets in Cypress. Cypress.io is my favorite tool for end-to-end testing, and I wanted to be able to test WebSockets in Cypress. So I set out on a journey to do that, and that journey will continue today. So testing VS in Cypress, Cypress.io, and see what we can do with this. If we can, I actually have a working solution, kind of, but I want to see if I can wrap this into a command or do something more interesting. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And then also we have the pull request from Shima on our, let's see where that is, on the website 1 project. That is dealing with a process of approving projects on website 1, and so we worked on this for a while. And last time I revisited it was last week, actually. So I am falling a little bit behind. So I'm the blocker here. So Chima created this. This is his first contribution to the website 1 project, and and I did a review of that, and I need to do a little bit of refactoring and push up to his branch so we can get this over and done with. This is long overdue, and this is a very common, unfortunately, a very common situation in many open source projects, at least according to my experience, is that you work on something together with somebody else, then life happens, and in this case life was summertime and vacation and a lot of workload on other other projects that were higher prioritized, and then a PR gets stalled in this way. My goal is to get this out of the way today, if possible. So code review and refactoring. That's basically what I want to do today. Not a very ambitious agenda, but well, fairly ambitious. Right. So before we get started, just want to mention to all, if anybody is watching this on YouTube, I'm involved in this charity project, idleventures.org. We are running a fantastic project, in my opinion, that is called the Work the Web Summer School. And here we are going over a curriculum that we kind of defined together inside in the community, and it involves quite a few interesting technologies and workflows and projects and so on. And we meet up on every Tuesday and Thursday for a little bit of official kind of instructor-led sessions. But then we do have sessions on weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, where we kind of do free discussions and collaborate on projects and things like that. So if you're interested, definitely join that. I'm recording this on a Saturday. This is Saturday morning, but so tonight at 5:30 p.m. UTC we will be meeting up again. And if you want to catch up the latest activities on that project, you can catch the videos that are aggregated. There's a list of previous sessions. Everything has been recorded, so you can do some catching up if you want. Agile Ventures is a great community, so if you sign up for this, it's free. You can gain access to our chat, and that could be a good thing. Right, so let's see if we can push out a little bit of info that I am online. Let me see if I can pull up my Slack here. So this is the Agile Ventures Slack channel, and this is the Work the Web what I'm trying to say, channel. There's a general channel, of course, where we post a lot of information. So I'm just gonna repost this. And this will be for some WebSocket testing in Cypress and code refactoring. Right, so I'm just gonna push this up here, and also I do operate Craft Academy, so I just want to go to general here if anybody from my students are available. It's gonna be good, I think. Right. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can we can just get this event published. Upcoming events, right. So let's get rid of this for now. And all events on Agile Ventures are also listed in our calendar. All right, so I can focus that, right? So in order to push this out, I can just tell my community that I am online on Twitch, so I can just paste this link here. And usually I usually paste in a link to a Google Meet, but today I will not allow people to come into the session. It's better if I just upload the recording later on. It doesn't really matter for now. Okay. Good stuff. So let's see if we can do some VS Chat. Let's clear this up and do a git log one line like this. Demo code for VS Server and client in git status. Let's see what we changed. Well, right, we did like that. So git diff client index HTML. Right. So I changed the right. So I'm using ng-rock to tunnel out this application for demo purposes. So just git add git CI/am. And if you think that my git commands are weird, that's because I have some additions to my git setup. So it is a bit easier for me to issue those commands. So the CI stands for commits, basically. Settings, adds, and configures Cypress. Right. Okay, so what I do have now, and this is interesting in my opinion, so let's see if we can make this, do an overview of the code that I already set up. So on Cypress, on GitHub, on the repository for Cypress, there was this discussion about testing WebSockets, right? I'm actually going to pull that discussion up here if I can just find it. I think I had it open here. Right. Let's see if I can get this out. Right. There it is. Right. So now the discussion was about mocking WebSockets, right? So trying to access WebSockets in Cypress. Now, the question is originally from 2018, and Maxime 1992 opened up, in my opinion, an interesting thread where he wants to basically stub out or intercept rather the call, the HTTP request or incoming HTTP incoming HTTP request that is upgraded to WebSockets, and then kind of stub out the incoming and outgoing messages, I assume, right? And so there was a long discussion back and forward with a lot of suggestions that, and the common thread in all the suggestions was to use a library called WebSockets. And WebSockets is, we can find it on npm.js. WebSockets is an interesting package because it does exactly what we want it to do. And it comes with for mocking out WebSockets per se, but also for Socket.io, which is a different. I mean, no, there are two different packages. I don't know why I'm even mentioning this. Right. So let's just focus on the right thing here. So let's go to WebSockets. Right. The problem with WebSockets is that it hasn't been updated in the last 2 years, but it doesn't really matter because if it does the job, then it does the job. And in this case, I assume, with my limited knowledge here about the domain, that not many things has happened over the last 2 years that would trigger a need for or justify an update to this library. So I'm okay with this because it has TypeScript support. It's ES6, ES7. It looks okay, right? However, the documentation here is one thing. I can stub out the new server and do a lot of things here that I can do with WebSockets by default. So, but it does not really address the issue of Cypress, and that was a little bit of a problem for me because perhaps I wasn't that proficient in Cypress or whatever. I don't know what I wanted to do, but you do have a lot of functionality here that could fix our problems in Cypress, as well as if we just find a good way of using that. And I've been struggling with this a little bit over some time. I know that I visited this domain last summer, right? So it's almost a year ago now, and I was really struggling. And the problem was that for some reason, I couldn't access. I couldn't create in my test environment. I couldn't create a server that I could control in my tests, and that's a fairly cryptic way of saying that I was just unable to get it to work. And I'm usually, I try to be more specific than that. But what was happening, that based on a lot of these suggestions from various kind of users, I did understand, as with many other stubs that you need to do in Cypress, is that when you load the application in your browser, you need to stub out certain things. You have to instantiate the server and all of that stuff. So I was, so on before load was one key function that I had to set up. And then, like Quentinus 95, he was talking about the I need to set up a server and all of this stuff, and I did that. The problem was that I couldn't access that server in my test environments, in my 8 blocks basically, until just a few days ago, apparently, because I revisited this issue a few days ago. This user, Ankit Kantev from Indore, I think that's in India, he came up with this solution that is so obvious, because this is like, we need to resolve a promise every time we want to. Well, we need to access this from a different perspective, and not, or in a different way, and not just directly. And so this setup that he kind of suggested in this answer, where we wrap the server creation in a Cypress promise, is the one that ultimately worked for me to create a valid solution. So based on that, I was able to come up with this test, and this is the test that we will be refactoring today. Okay, so we can remove that. You know, when you play around with stuff, there's always a lot of commented out code. So let me just get rid of this. Mock socket. Right. So we're gonna open this one up, I guess. Socket promise, mock socket, wrap. Right. So we wrap the promise, and then we return the mock socket, and then we're just gonna see if the body contains connection message. We're stabbing out this on connection function. Right, so this would be equivalent to what we're doing in this real server, which is this, right? So we could connect. Yeah, so we're gonna add this version later, but that doesn't matter for now. Let's have a look at this market. Let's right. Socket handling. Right. Let's see if this works. I'm not 100% on board with what everything does here. So let's do yarn Cypress. So the VS chat, let's see. What is wait, which one? So that's the chat server. Yeah, this is this. Yeah, so we need to start that. Yarn start client. And in principle, since I'm only dealing with end-to-end tests and I'm stubbing this out, I do not have to have the server up and running. So if I just run yarn Cypress, I mean, no. Well, why not? What did I do now? Oh, of course. So it's npx Cypress. Oh, I forgot that I didn't add that function, that script. I can do that. Actually, I can do it directly at this time. Well, I don't even have the NP. I don't need this NPX. Right. Why aren't you starting? Shouldn't this like start? Oh, there it is. Right, let's see what it does for us. Let's see what it does for us. Right, because he's sending out connection message twice, which is not what I want. I'm just going to modify the test a bit. Step up. Right. Right. So actually, I don't even. Well, do I need to do this at this point? No. Right. Okay. So in a test, So actually, right, so on receiving, on connecting, okay, so on connecting, that's not this, I don't even want to describe. On connecting to VS server or source, and then we will say I need to get rid of this. See, I installed this this extension that does these small little like fireworks when I type, but I'm not really happy with it. Because it keeps on jumping back and forward like this, so I would probably remove that. So is on connecting is expected to display connection message. Right, and so I'm thinking about moving. Well, let's do that later. So we're just gonna do this, and this is the one that we will display, right? And so let's just do dot only here, and right. Okay, so that worked, but I would probably like to move this before block to the beginning of the describe block, and I would like to get this done up here. Right, and let's see if this still works. Yeah, it does. Okay, so that's good. So let's say if I can now, I'm not sure. So what if I wrap the entire? Let's see. Let's add another describe block, and then to say like, you know, VS chat UI user UI, yeah, WebSocket chat, yeah, sockets WebSockets chat user interface, and then I just grab all of these and place them inside of this describe block. And then I take this before and add it directly to the, you know, on the top level of, let's see, once again, right, and add it here. And so how is that working for me? Okay, so that still works, that's good. All right, so now we have this is expected to display. Right, and now we want to receive a message. So we need to modify this test because it's supposed to display a new message, so we can get rid of this, and here I want to open up this, and here I want to say like, so what I want to do is to send off this message, and I will say Nick, for instance, Thomas, and then message hello world. Hello world. All right, and so we will get rid of this only, and well, we can run both of them. socket property is not defined. Right, because this needs to be probably moved up here. Is that what happens? Right, and we got object. Right, okay, that's not bad. Which means that if I... Right, what would I... Why would that be? So do I... Market send, JSON, right, object. So I am sending this off. Do I need to JSON? Let's try that first. JSON stringify. We need to stringify this, baby. Is that what we need to do? Thomas, hello world. Yes. Right. This is exactly the thing that I'm looking for. So I just want to say this, and that would not be the message. Let's see, in index HTML we have some messages, right? So we'll just say that inside of this, right, inside of this this div we should, display. We should display this. This is a new message. So on the receiving, so right, it's expressed right. And we can X this into a before block. Like this, I guess. Right. That's awesome. And if I do test, I haven't set the nickname, right? So I need to even add before. Right, so I probably need to run before alone. So I would say CI get. We will find that in a second. And I just want to say type Thomas. No, user. I'm just gonna say user 1. And what is that? That's the nick thingy, and that's nick input, right? So, and then we had a button, right? Set nick. So I'm just gonna click on that guy. ci.get. I'm just gonna click this. Thanks for the follow. Rato yeah, thanks for the follow. Right. So setnik, right? So okay. So again, this is just a dummy application where we're playing around with WebSockets, and now I am playing around with trying to test this using Cypress IO. And it is what it is. Folks, it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's see if we can send off a message in our interface. I'm receiving an incoming message chat UI. I'm receiving. The chat UI is expected to be the chat user interface is expected to display a new message, right? And then we can say something like right, we can add another describe, and we can say on sending a message, the chat UI is expected. I hate this interface. Anyway, is expected to do what? To display my own message. To display the message that was just sent. Right. So we're gonna do right. So we're just gonna do what? What are we gonna do? We're gonna grab the chat input, right? We're gonna grab, so we're gonna say ci.get, and we're gonna type we can say hello Mars on this one, and then we wanted to get the send chat button and click it. There we go. ci get send chat button, and we want to click this guy. And so we will say that this one should contain user 1 and then hello Mars, right? If this works. But it doesn't work because we haven't set up our stub server to deal with this yet. Right. Did it work? Okay, that's perfectly fine, because in our server here we need to add pretty much this, or equivalent to this, mock server on rights on connection. So basically socket handle. Right, actually I'm just gonna rename this to connection because it's cleaner. And then here this one is gonna be mock server. Right. So here basically we want to use the same function as we have on our original server, apart from the console table. There's no need for us to table anything. Right. Well, let's see. Right. That's not mock server mock server on connection. Right, so we don't have the clients. Why wouldn't we have the clients? This is going to be a problem for us. Connection on message. We do not have the clients. Really? So could we just say, depending on, so could we just say if mock server clients. Okay. Then we do this. Could we just condition that? We could do that with a ternary, but let's. Mock server clients for each is not a function. And the stack tells us the mock socket is not stubbing out that. Okay, so that calls for return to this documentation and send message, this message, chat that mock on message data socket send. Right, because it doesn't have clients. Right. So that's okay. Okay, because we want, right. So we just need to, right, we need to get rid of this. And we just want to say connection dot, well actually, we can just paste this and just change that to connection, right? So we won't be, again, this is test environment somewhere, so don't worry about it. Right. Oh, because I misspelled user, because, there's something wrong with me. User. Right, so we got that up and running. Okay, good stuff. That's good. All right, so now I can interact with this guy by stubbing these things out like this, and then so here we don't have to deal with any of the promise. We have the initial, right, mock server, and so resolve connection mock socket, and then socket promise. Socket promise. Right, so can we do, right. Can we do a better naming here? I know that this is a promise, but also, do I really need this? The guy had that. I don't need this, right? Because this is one is never used actually. So mock socket is never used. And can I just do this const get server equal? Can I do that? I think I can, right? Right, so I can do this kind of refactoring. Result mock server, mock server, new server, and mock server on connection sent from result connection. This is pretty okay in my opinion. And then we could say VS server. WebSockets, right, so we set this on top, via server, and so we just used it here. And then I can just say, I can use connection here. But wouldn't that be a bit of a, now let's see. Right, this works. Right. So I could, in principle, extract this into a command, couldn't I? I could. Yeah, right. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Right, so I'm mocking this, so this gets server. Right. Let's see, what do we have in commands? So what if we just say Cypress commands add. Okay, and then we say create server. Create VS server. And we're gonna get this, allow this guy to take URL, right? URL. Right. And here, in this one, I will just copy this, right? I will copy this and I will paste this, and here I will change this to URL, right? Right. URL. Okay. And here I will comment this guy out. And I will say VS server equals CI create VS server, but this will probably not work, right? Let's see, what does this guy say? Right, because you can't do that. So how about we just copy this, and then we just say that we create this guy here. No, but we are inside of it. Oh, no, oh, okay. So what if we just do before? Oh, it's weird, and then we just say this, and then we just move this up in the before block. Right, no. What the fuck did I just do? Right, of course. What's wrong with it? Copy, get rid of this, and then we just say this. Could this work? Right, because it's a let. We need to say let here. We can't say the const. Mock server, new server. Server is not defined. Of course it's not defined, because we need to insert this here. Right. Right, so that will not fly. So how about we do this? How about we do as VS server. Can we do that? And then we do something like at VS server. That's not gonna fly. No. Create VS server. Right, so what are we doing around here? Return new promise, resolve connection, add URL, right. So, is this possible too? Because you record view structure is, there's no status, right. Before, create web VS server. And is that the command that we just create VS? Right, that is the command. And we return a new promise. And we are resolving this. Right, and one. Right, so this is not. Okay, so can we set a debugger here? Right, we are here now, and the URL is what? Right, and so what if I step? Right. Yeah, okay, of course you're skipping this, but why would this? So, so using here's the thing. I need to figure out if I can use Cypress promise in Cypress command. this. Right. So can I? Is there a possibility for me to move this outside here? What sort of an arrow? Outside the running test, right? Right. So that will not fly. As he is resolve connection. Why wouldn't this? So what if we just move this guy in here? Right. So this one is doing what it's supposed to do, okay. And so okay. And if I just do this, right, because there is no connection, because we're not storing this. Anyway. Right. Right, so we are not. Okay. So perhaps this is just not possible to do in a command, but it should be. I should be able to do that. Let me just check my own stuff, how I was using. Let's see, where do I have that? I have that in my GitHub. Is it in my terminal? Cypress. No, let's just check it in here. Packages. Because I did use this Cypress MetaMask, right? All these static element apps, okay. Right, so let's have a look. On the support commands, I am returning the same task. Right, so let's have a look at the tasks then. Task. Like init puppeteer, for instance, right? Right. Let's just see, where is this defined? I wrote this ages ago, not ages ago, I think, in values. On task. Modules with on task. No, that's not. that's not what I want to do. No, that's not what I want to do. That's right. So I'm having this command here, right? Create web service as via server, and this is what we return. Or so I think that the key to here is take a look at Cypress promise. Resolve rejects promise. New Cypress promise. Resolve reject, which is what I'm doing here, right? Commands. Right. Yeah, but this is the thing. Why isn't this? Why isn't this kicking in? Could I? Yeah. So should I be doing? Should I be doing? Should I be doing? Right, not via server. But can I store this? Can I say via server? Why the fuck? So apparently I can't do that. Apparently I can't add this as a via server, as a command. Okay, well, damn you then, right? Damn you. So that's on connection of server. What if I just say, but that's not, I mean, why would that be? So we saw mock server. But that's, I mean, right. So that resolves the whole thing, but that is not. Right, okay. Alright, so fuck that, right? We're gonna do this differently then we're just gonna say that we don't do it like this, and then we're just gonna create via server, right? So we're just gonna open up this URL here. and then we're going to say URL. And then we're just going to open this one up. And we're just going to call this guy create server, and then will be a server equals create server. And then we're just gonna get the fuck out of this Dodge. There we go. Right, so this one works now. So it needs to be a right. Okay. Here we want to. Well, no. Here we want to define actions. On event actions. On event actions. Right. Right. So the commands won't fly, but perhaps we can do something else now. Perhaps we can say send message. Oh, incoming message. Incoming VS. Incoming message, and that would be message, and then, well, we can pass in two things: connection and message. Well, connection and message, right? So how about that? How about we do at least this, so we can get this a little easier. So copy this, comment this out, get in here. CI wrap. Why can't I do this? Right, of course, right. So here I would like to say just say CI incoming message to the VS, yeah, so which, oh shit, VS server, and then the message would be JSON stringify this, right? And here we just want to send the message. Okay, so at least that worked. Right. So, what is the plugins? Right. Oh, not really happy with this solution. I was hoping I could get more out of this, but I did not get more out of this. No. Right. Right. Okay. No Thomas, but just get a move on this one. So incoming message. Yeah, I don't know if that's a very good solution, but at least it's so I can move this out here. Actually, there's no need for a before block on this guy. No, but this, I mean, it could work. Let's just move this out of here. So we're just gonna get this out, and we're gonna do this from right. I can do support. Well, I can just create a new file, and I'm gonna say create, or VS. We can call this VS server JS, like this. Import this, and then we just need to right, so we're going to copy this, and then I'm also gonna, right, so let's say here I would have to say import, well, module, I need to module export this, right, module export equals create server. Right, so I can import this. Can I do that? From support, VS server. Can I just do this? Create server. Right, I could do that. So this should work. Yeah, it should work now. And then stop. Yes. Connection. Stop connection. I'm gonna stop connection. And I'm gonna go over here. I'm just gonna say const stop connection. Right. Stop this connection. And here we will so we're gonna export this guy, of course. Stop connection, and here we want to write X, and we're gonna say stop connection URL right in here. See everything. Right, I'm just gonna get this URL here. Right, we should be good on this one. Why aren't we getting the URL here? Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, Thomas, that's why. Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, that's why you're not getting this. No, I am getting this. Whoa. Yeah, yes. URL is not defined, right. Right, because I need to, right, so what is win? Do we have URL? No, we don't, but we do have location, right? No? In Cypress. What do we have? Yes. No, what do we have here? Window self. Right. No? Really? Location. Right, so this these are all the events. I don't care about these events. Okay, let's not dwell on that, but rather okay, so how about we do this instead? Yes, testing. WebSockets, Cypress. Right, I'm gonna need to put on a little more coffee, I guess. Let's see. That, and let's just check our internal memory before we take a small break, and then we're just gonna do this right. Where is that? There it is. Right. So we're on the good spot. We're in a good place. But we just, I just need to make sure that this this on before load is stabbing out the WebSockets, and I was thinking about this from a rogue perspective. So, sorry, I need to override the visit thing. So I'm just gonna say, like, you know, visit stubbed, I guess. So let's just get rid of this. I think I should be able to basically just copy this and say visit visit. No, I can actually, I think I can do this, visit this, and then in commands, because there's an override. Right, so if I override this, URL options, original function, so shouldn't I be just right? I mean, wouldn't this work? I don't know. Do I have a debugger somewhere? No, I shouldn't have that. Okay, so I need to apparently Cypress override visit. How do I override? Ah, come on. How do I override the visit command to always attempt to dismiss a pop-up? Yeah, whatever. Command open web page. Yeah, well, I can do, let's just not override, but just add visit with VS stub. So yeah, so path, we're just gonna do path here, right? Visit with stub. Let's see. Visit with stub. Oh shit. Visit with VS stub. Right, let's see what that does for us. Okay, let's stop this and let's run it again. Right. Let's see. What's going on? Why is this taking forever now? Really? Okay. Come on, give me a fucking break. Failed to connect the Chrome. Command this out. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. We can't get rid of this. Why can't I get rid of this? Alright, there it is. Okay. Right. And we have a project number writing to me. Let's have a look. Right. Yeah. So the question is whether you want to be connected and notified. You need to set the envars on notify. Notify me. Yeah, that's it. Right. Okay, let's see. Let's open this up now and see if we get a better solution. Let's see what we run. Yeah, we should be good on in terms of memory. And hey, good. So at least that worked. Right. And so on the commands, right. Yeah, that's good. So we have the incoming message, and it needs to take the server as and that, and we show the path right. So yeah, visit with stub, and we do input this, and we need to do this. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to create a command on this, which is pissing me off a little bit, because I would get a cleaner interface if I did, but I didn't, and that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, so Tesla has a problem with deploying to Firebase, right? I understand. There's that. I am not familiar with Firebase though. Firebase. And let's just, can we send like a, no? Right, can we send like an emoji or something? No, why can't I do that here? So I'm using another, can I do it here? Can I do it like this? No? This? Right. Oh no? Alright, so no, so all in all, this is not a bad solution. This is not a bad solution. So the only thing we need to consider ourselves with is to have a good way of formatting this message. Then I will also I will remove it from here. And here, incoming message. What I could do is to say here, incoming message. So I could actually steal this function from this one, right? Well, no, don't have to do that. I can try catch. Right, let's see. I don't know if you're listening to me, Tesla, but if you are, you can invite Mirza. That's not a problem. I'm streaming at the end, but feel free to ask him. That is not a problem. That is not a problem. He is a community member, and asking. Right, so let's go. God bless myself. Okay, let's. What? Where was I? Here in the commands. I'm just gonna do try catch. I'm gonna do try catch, and then we will say message equals JSON stringify message. And then otherwise we just say message equals, well, I don't even have to, I should be able to do this, right? Yeah, finally. Because if this fails, then right, and so if I would just, for the sake of it, say not this but send this as a string. Undefined, how you should be. Can we just do tests? What? Why is this? If it's not JSON, then okay. So catch. Do I really have to do this? Really? Okay, so let's just wow. No, okay, yeah, I should be okay. D1. This is an implementation issue, right? I mean, connection, right? Connection message is the first one. What? There we go. Here we go. Test. So is this actually being parsed into JSON? Why would this be? Oh, really? So this message body is undefined because of okay, what the fuck? So thanks. Oh my god. Right. What the fuck? And the message here is test. Oh, all right. Okay. Okay, so here's the problem, of course. Oh, damn it, that wasn't clicking. If message constructor name message, if that is a string, then well, no, we can say object. If this is an object, then we do something else. Well, what we could just say, we can say message equals, and then we can do a ternary operator here, and then we just say if this is an object, then we just stringify this, otherwise we don't stringify it, right? Right, and then we just send this baby off. So let's get rid of this. Let's get this, and then get the fuck out of this. Right, let's work with this now. Right. Right. Okay, good stuff. So in this case, this will be a good thing. So we don't need this. Right. Right. Okay, good stuff. All right. Which means, in principle, that if we are using, for instance, action cable or socket IO or something like that, we should just receive those messages and then we should be all good, right? As long as we know the structure, as long as we know the structure of the message, right? And then let's see networking. Well, so we're not really. Yeah. We're not really. Apparently, we can't track this guy in VS, right? So that's a bit of a shortcoming of this way of doing this, but it is what it is. 486 response, right? Upgrade sim. The name user can. Yeah, these are just internal Cypress commands, so that's not interesting for us at the moment. Right, good stuff. Right, so let's just make a commit. Git status. Right, git oh shit. Git add everything. Git CI. Right. Refactors the method, our extracts. So to file, but before we do that, so do we still have this. Right, stop connection. We don't want to do that. And also, there is a stub problem here. Right. Right, to our file, and then we also add commands for CI commands for stubbing, visiting, visit, for tools for visit, and path with stub, yes, instance, and sending messages. Right, messages, right. Right. Constable, sure. Right, so the Odin project is fantastic. So I think you're doing a good choice there. But you are a member of the Agile Ventures chat, right? What's your nick on Agile Ventures? So I can connect you to the right person. Yeah, that would be great to do something together at some point. Absolutely. And welcome to the stream. In case you're interested in what I'm doing today, is writing a small feature. I'm writing a way to test WebSockets in VS Code in Cypress, basically. Yeah. Oh, thank you for your. What was it? Constant. Right. Okay. Right. I can't really find you on on the website. Oh, there you go. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. I just wanted to put a face on who I'm talking to. Right, Constance. Oh, you just got involved in. You just signed up for Agile Ventures. Now I got you. All right, got it. Let me just make sure that you get an invite to Slack. Right, race is not that hard. It's pretty straightforward. Depends on what you're. Right. Oh shoot! I see. I have a lot of catching up to do here. Yeah. Let me just preferences, invite people. Right, so you will get an invite from me here. Right. Well, that's interesting. Full chess. I love to play chess. Well, I'm not that super good at chess, but I love to play it. Right. Oh shoots. I need to finish. I need to do a lot of invites, or catch up on a lot of invites. Right. So let's see. We got this thing working right, and then we're just gonna go to Agile Ventures, and we're just gonna push this up. Git push. Okay, let me just check remote -v. And that would be right. So git push origin main. Good on you. Good on you that you made that chess game. If you're on chess.com, you can find me. We can play chess. Right. So I'm actually gonna right. So I'm gonna hi, following this thread and wanted to throw in my recent findings in case it might help anyone. In a demo session with a few colleagues, we played around with WebSockets and came up with a solution to test connection, messages. Just send on connection and income WebSockets and income messages. The messages. Right. Incoming messages. It was based on. Right. Totally. It was like based on this. Right. Solution. Right. Candidate solution. Right. So right. And then we're just gonna go to the code. Right. Oh shit. Okay, gonna go on a short break. It's gonna be 5 minutes, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Right, see you soon. All right. So let's see what else. We are done with this thing. We have this. Yeah, we're done with this. it's a chat demo. If you are interested in looking at what it does, then it's definitely available here. A small application that uses vanilla JavaScript and WebSockets. And good morning, Dorian. How are you doing? Nice to see you. So we just I just did part 1 of my agenda. Been online for almost 2 hours, so that's I am kind of nearing, in principle I should be nearing the end of my stream, but you know, it's probably not going to happen. So I'm done with this. Did WebSockets and testing WebSockets in Cypress IO, and now I'm just gonna dive into a code review session. So yeah, top of the morning. That's what it is. You're one of the few that are awake. And me, and hopefully, and probably my son that is here. I was waking up. Have you? No, not yet. Okay. Just about to get up. All right. So my next task for today will be to take a look at this website 1 project, and in case people want to know what that is, it's a huge ass legacy code project that powers the Agile Ventures website. That's what it does. So it's the website that is behind, or the application behind, agileventures.org. And so now what we do have is a PR from one of our members, and this is his first attempt to write a PR or submit a pull request to this project. And so that he made a few logical errors, you know, the way he was thinking about this, because he has a different coding style than I do, of course, because we're 2 different people, and in order to make this mergeable, I needed to do a little bit of refactoring. However, I did stall this project, so this was a bit of a shit show, unfortunately, because I didn't have time to work on it too much. So this poor guy is like, where is my PR and why isn't it mergeable? Why can't you merge this? Right. And so I promised him that I will put in a little bit of work on this one. So let's do it, as they say. Let's do it. But in order to know what's up, I need to refresh my memory, and I know that some of the tests are failing for me, right? And the thing is that this is an enormous, there's a binding pry. What? Oh, that was embarrassing. That was probably me, right? Did I leave a binding pry? Are you shitting me? Anyway, it's a fairly big test suite, so I don't want to execute all the tests here on my. I don't want to execute all my tests on my local machine, because it will take 10 minutes and I am easily bored. So we want to run those tests on continuous integration. And so one way, so we can basically, you know, I can offload my test runner, so I don't need to run it locally. I can run it on CI, you know, having another computer do the heavy lifting for me. And so I'm just gonna see which ones failed here. Right, I have these. Projects control. That's perfect. So let's see. Why is this failing? Okay. Then I can take the command from here and run it on my local host, and then I don't have to run it again with myself, you know. Right. So, and the problem with this one is that it's enormous, so it's gonna take a while to run, and it's like really fucking boring. Could not connect the server. Right, yes, damn it. Okay, so there is a problem with my server because I did stop my computer in the wrong fashion, so my Postgres server didn't stop correctly. So I need to go to, because I never remember how to do this. Fortunately, I did document this, I think. Overflow. Right, so we have this craft overflow thingy with issues. Right, type Postgres installation could not connect that. This is the one. And so what I need to do is no, that's not it. That's not the one. PG issues. There we go. Right, so basically I just need to do this. I need to remove the postmaster PID, which is small config file. Right, and then I need to restart my PostgreSQL service. And so now I should be able to run this test. I should be able to run this test. How's your weekend coming along, Dorian? I hope you're having a good time. Right. Undefined method title for nil class. Assigns project title to carrier as a live. Right. Oh, fuck. So the reason why I'm swearing is this. Like, this is a controller spec, which is like fucking nonsense. Because we're stubbing out so much in this one, right? And we're failing on what? Controller spec line 40. Right, expect assigns project titles. Right. Get index. Oh, God damn it. Right. Yeah, so, right. If I just... So I'm inclined to just delete this fucking test, to be honest. It's like not relevant for me, kind of, at all. There are use cases. I mean, all these use cases are covered in acceptance tests one way or another. And again, I don't know if you can read this, but all these things here, we're just stubbing things out, or, you know, allow project, receive search, and return project, and then, you know, so it's just project stub includes and return this. Right. I'm gonna search for this, which is like, yeah. we're not even hitting this get index. We should hit this, shouldn't we? Why is there a nil class? Assigns project start. I don't even know what we changed here before. Web 25. Right. Let user use it to receive touch. Yeah. Right, project controllers, right. And it's a massive test, right? I've received create activity. And they're all failing, right? They're all failing because they're like 36, 31, 142, 176. This is fucking... It gives me a headache. Literally, it gives me a headache. Because I don't know what the best course of action here is. I don't know if this is actually testing some functionality that we missed to test in oh, you know what? No. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of all of the controller specs. Dashboard controller, assign stats value. Get index, right? Expect response to render template, dashboard index. But this could be kind of relevant. What is this? No. This is a route spec. You know what? I'm really gonna just get the fuck out of it. These are version control stuff, so no, not everybody. Oh fuck, I can't really follow. Project control spec. Right. Oh my gosh. Right, I'm just gonna get the into it. We don't need this one for anything. I might really eat this up later. Git status. Right. So let's focus on git add this git ci removes deletes projects controller spec. Yeah, people might hate me for this, but I don't give a fuck. Really, I don't give a fuck. Let's focus on the specs that we do have relevant for ourselves. So we have a feature thing. Let's see. Here we have features, right? Projects create, right? So here, deactivate projects, deactivate. So it is expected that we cannot see. Can activate. User can activate project. Right, so we want to do with the project, right? So no, so we're gonna actually can see and activate, right? So we're gonna say add a feature here. No. A feature. And activate the project. Right. So can we say what is it block? Right, it and activate project. And clicking, and by clicking the button, the activate button or project button, and clicking the activated button is expected. Right, that's what it is. To set project status to active. So click link, or can we just say click on activate project. And the project ID, and then can we just set everybody from here, and that will be 120. Okay, so let's try 120. So our spec features, and then 120. Right. Let's see if this even works, folks. Let's see if this even works. look at that, parameters. We have button, command, activate, command. Okie dokie. Right, so params, command, yes. Any? Doesn't. What are we listening to? That feels weird. Just gonna take it easy here. Right. So what do we want to do here? We want to say that right. Right. Oh shit. If params command, right? Params. So can we just do this? Yay. Right. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. If this one so this, and then we're just gonna update project status with that params command, right? Update project status with that thing. Okay, and so we had a route for this. Did we access to edit? Create, why is the access? Really? Did we do activate? Oh yeah, there it is. Activate project. So we're not gonna update project. We're gonna change this to active to right. So we're just gonna change this, and then I'm just gonna set the binding prime here. Right. Right. Okay. Right. Why are we taking so long time? Right. So we are here. Okay, good stuff. So command is this, and right, so can we do next? Is this working? Can't escape because it's a shitty fucking implementation. Right, so project is this, and it is what? I'm the greatest. People at GitHub, Slack, user, the status pending. Right. Right. So we can just say project update. What is this? Project status. Right. So we want to, yeah, blah blah blah. So we can say something like project update, and we want to update the status to the command that we just passed in. And so now if we do project, it is oh no, active. Wow. No, because it's activated, right? Okay, project active, right? Can we do that? Is this an email? No, we can, oh fuck. BS, right. Project forms, right. Deactivate update. Okay, so we're just gonna X this out of here, and we're gonna set this as a private method. Right, and so we're gonna say, right, status equals command equals activate, and then we just say active, and then otherwise we will say pending. This is not the way to do this, and then we just say update status status, and then notice project status was not project was. And then we just try to interpolate this guy command. Right. Okay. And we need to make this a private method too. So we're just gonna add this here. So this is an authorization function. So we probably want to change this later. Project was, okay, see this, right. And so there was, so we can validate that. We're gonna move this to a private method too. Not really sure if we're even using this, but we can check that later on coveralls. And then we just get the fuck out of Dodge, right? Just get rid of this. Right on. Right on, folks. Right on. Right on. Right. So let's quit this and run this again, and we'll see where we end up. And I think that I'm just gonna write another test. Right, what's up? What's up? What? 55. What? What? 55? What? I mean, can you just say end the time then? Why? What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Yeah. Activate pro. So click on. Right. So we did click on this, but why didn't this? Oh. Okay. Okay. So project. Okay. God damn it. All right. So let's say just a project dot last, and it's active. Right. Okay. So in order to be able to write this, so we're going to go to scope user project. Right. So we're going to do. But didn't we have let other user projects 5 times? Right, so we're gonna use this one. Right, so I'm just gonna say, okay, I got you. Actually we can have to basic project. Let project, come on. Let project, and then we're just gonna do this, right? And so we don't need to do this, and then we will just say right, and then we just want to do this here, but this one needs to be pending. And then we're just gonna get the fuck out of this, right? Okay. And then we click this 121, right? So we're just gonna do 121, and that should kind of, hopefully. So you're new at Twitch Dorian. That's good. Good for you that you joined the community. Hopefully you enjoy it. There are many streamers here. Right, so let's see. Project. Any spending. In a phase you do project reload. It is active. Right. Right. So now this, and it is good to say active, so we can say expect to equal active, and we can say it is expected to display confirmation message. Well, we can do just this because we have page to have content. Project was AKT Light. No, what was it? Project status. What was it? Project was active. Right. Project was active. Project. Now we need to say project status was set to was activated. Project was activated. Right, yeah. Shit, alright. Right. Let's run this on 108. Let's see if this... We shouldn't have any binding price on this one. Right. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Right. Right. No. So can we just do open this? Are you shitting me? Right. Project status is still pending. And you can see, well, really. Right. Okay. And why is that? On the project control, we want to update the project status, update project status, right? Redirect the project notice. Project project path. So right. Mm-hmm. 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 127. So the fucking project is updated, but we just don't get the message. We don't get the memo. We don't get the memo. Well, it is what it is, right? Really? Well, that was a bit of a bummer. Really? Why aren't you happening? What? 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 Oh, why are you fucking shitting me? I hate this project. I truly hate this project. Like, really. No, you don't. What? What? Oh, come on. Oh my god, I'm not clicking the fucking button here. What's wrong with me? Jesus. Well, actually, we can. Oh, damn. Then you go like, why is this happening? So, before. Right. Okay, so go back to the controller. Go back to the controller. No fucking param. No this. Right, so we can just. Right, look, you can kick this, I guess. No, don't even know what. It's actually 121. I should have probably run 121. Oh god damn it. Come on. Right, so we have applied that, so we just do quit, and then we do this expected. Right, okay, so this might actually work. Let's just see if we can get the fuck out of Dodge by removing this thing and checking. We are user with admin rights can see activate button on project page, and clicking the activate button is expected to set project status selected is right. Yeah, we could, yeah. 121. Right. So the output will be a bit shitty. But we might only just get this working, perhaps working or not. Right. Okay. Thank you very much. So let's run the whole thing and see if this works or not. And then after that, we will take a short break to stretch our legs and see if we can do a review. There is, right, so they are all passing, but there seems to be an open page somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. Save an open page. We don't want that. Deactivate project. And so we can copy this guy. Is explained to deactivate. Right. So basically, if we do this to equal pending, and we will just copy this, and then we will remove this, and we will just change this to project, and then we will just add this, and this will be active. Right, so if we create an active project, we log in as admin, we visit the project status, and we are gonna is expected to deactivate, and we click on deactivate. We click on deactivate, and then here, and we will say deactivate it. Okay. So 135. Let's see. 135. 135. Right. Okay, please. Sometime today. All right. Okay. So let's run the whole enchilada again. And then we're gonna take a short break. Something around 2 minutes break actually. And during that break I will run a commercial, and I guess nobody likes commercials, but we will it is what it is. It's all about the money. No, I'm kidding. 120 seconds. This is our bio break. Need to stretch my legs, go to the bathroom. See you soon. All right. So we will resume our work. But why is this pre-rolls? Why do I have pre-rolls? I don't want to calculate any pre-rolls. I don't want to run any pre-rolls. I don't know what that even means in terms of ads. I wanted to run one ad, and I did, and you know, I'm all good. Anyway, so this is a test. This is a test. Let's just have a quick look on the this thing. Right. So let this require relative. Right. So we don't need this, and we're just gonna do our spec. Whoa. Why? There are so many fucking things going wrong with my computer at the moment. Alright, so let admin, let user. Subject is page. Okay, good. Upon creation by a user without admin rights, a project a project is expected to have status set to pending. Is expected to have status set to pending, right? So we log in as user, scope user, do this, we fill this in, we click button submit. Right, okay. And then upon creation, user without admin rights attempts to access pending project space. I expect you do not have permission to perform that operation. Okay, sure, fair enough. So we have this pending project stuff. Right. Not very fond of that. But let's keep it. Right. User with admin rights can access pending project. Right. Right, okay. project on. Right, because we do list these guys. But so this could be actually done on the projects index page. We don't need to have pending projects like this. A specific route for that. But let's keep, yeah. Boom. Right. Never mind. Let's keep it. User without admin rights cannot access edit projects view for your page view projects view. Right. Let's change this to view then. I don't know if view is better. Each project previously did not create. Right, login user, project creator user as an admin. Okay, sure, fair enough. And then you do not have permission. User without this. So if we're an admin and we are hitting a page with a user with a project that a user created, we can still access it. Right, because we're checking for the path. All right, and we have. And it should not have content. I don't like these kind of tests too much, but I did write it, so we will keep it. Using without admin cannot see the activate button on projects page. It is pending. Right. Okay, fair enough. Here we should probably add some other thing, because this is there's a security issue here that we could send out this request. Nonetheless, you can hack it, probably, perhaps. User without admin rights cannot see deactivate. Okay. Alright, fair enough. User with admin rights can see activate button on project servers. And clicking the activate button is expected to set project status to active, and was right. Can see this button because it's an active one, and we can deactivate the fucking thing, and it looks great. Okay, this would be kind of it. Let's right. Bye. Right. So git status. Git CI. Well, actually, before we hit enter on this, updates projects controller and activate deactivate feature. Right, but before we hit enter on this, I want to go over to the project controller. Right. Layout, include documents helper, not show. Layout with sidebar, sure. Authenticate user, accept index show, okay. Set projects only, access to edit. Right. Yeah. So let's have a look. Access to, before access, right, edit, before edit. Okay, so let's go to access to edit. Current user, project user. Right, but where are we using this? Only on edit, before action. Okay. Okay, so I need this. Okay, all right, fair enough. Right. Around status, but are we even valid on? Are we even using this ground status pending? When are we using this? I don't know. Are we using this? Valid admin. Where is valid admin being used? Right. No, but okay, so, okay, all right. Right. Pum, 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 pum. Are we even using this? I'm not sure we're using this. Shit. Fuck. Okay, let's commit this now. Let's not push it up though, and let's just run this back because I'm worried that we're not using this. Hi UT61, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a while. You know, I'm coding away, doing my stuff, fighting an uphill battle with legacy code. I did some interesting things, in my opinion interesting. Earlier today I was testing WebSockets using Cypress IO, so I was happy then. I'm less happy now actually, because I'm in this deep shithole with this project. What are you shit? Okay, but how are you doing? How's that travel of yours coming along? Let's see. I've been streaming for 3 hours, and I need to quit soon. Unfortunately, you caught me in a bad moment, UT. But I will be back later this evening, as usual, because we do have this this project, this sorry, work the web project. Let's see if this one will run. Apparently we're not hitting this. Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, now I see. Okay. I know how I used it. That was not a bad thing. Right, okay, good. It is actually used. Alright, good stuff. So let's just get rid of this thing. Alright, we're actually ready to hit CI. Just try git squash 2. There we go. Close this. Right, so we should git log one line.
went to see my parents for a couple of weeks, so I finished that spa news site thingy. I almost finished COVID my project. I'm not moving out of the country. I'm waiting for when I will be able to receive it. Consults are closed since. Oh. Shoot. Oh, if there's always something, right? Isn't it? I hope you will get that. Good on finishing up a few projects. The COVID map project is something I would love to see. If you have some URL, send it my way. Always fun. Let's just see. Git push Shiva full branch. Right, and let's see if we can. Agile venture. There we are, right? So this would kick in now, and we'll see how many tests are fucking up for me on my continuous integration thing. But in the meantime, we can just actually, while this is running, let's get over to Agile Ventures and see if these my friends actually managed. Updated 23 minutes ago. There we go. People working even on weekends. Add contact form to contact view, sponsored right. But now my question is that I did create a setup semaphore, and nobody touched it. Okay. They said they will, but I guess they don't need continuous integration. Don't come running to me then. Hey, that can to contact me. Right, this looks good. Right, not green, people. Let's not go green on this one. Right. I'll finish it in a couple of days. Working with maps is a bit of a mess for some reason. Right, maps is one thing that GeoJSON format files could be so big. I got my hands on one with the borders to draw. It was 22. Oh, you try to pipe through webpack to compile it. Right. Not sure I follow in terms of what sort of mapping functionality you're using. I usually just go with Google Maps or Mapbox or whatever, and that you shouldn't have to deal with this to draw borders. I mean, like borders are country borders, or what are we talking about here? Right, files changed. Let's just do features, advantages. Why don't we just I did, right. I don't see. There's no need to create copies of the feature tests. I did share a possible way to execute tests on multiple viewports. Right, so I will actually not accept this guy. Restate thing form container. As much as I love code reuse, copying code straight up from our project will not fly. Will not fly. Reuse, okay. Right. Increase. Right. Right. I want to make stuff interactive fancy, but Google is a bit Oh, that's ambitious to set up React from scratch. Awesome. Message model. Right. Close message display. Right. Margin message style. Right. Border line. Right. Not sure about. Not sure about the line green color. Can we use a color in the palettes we have for this project? Right. Let's close that. Right. So inquiries. Right. Wow. Yeah. Right. I don't mind inquiries on this one, it's okay. Right. Initial state, message open, message type, right. That's okay, these things are always right. Couldn't all this logic be extracted to the screen split component? Yeah, I'm not even sure about the name here. It becomes a bit deep. Yeah, it feels a bit messy to have it here. Right. line. Right. Oh, no, that's not easy. Right. So let's see where we are on this one. What? He's been running for 7 minutes? Are you shitting me? And he's still not stopped. What? What shit? What? Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Why would this be running for so long? Is there like a, I don't know. There's no binding price here. So let's just rerun this. Oh no, okay, can we just stop this? I want to be able to stop it. There it is, stop, okay. Right. Why would that be called test? Why would this be called test? I don't understand what this. Okay, right. Oh, fuck it, let's stop this. Let's just push up something. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Delete. Right, so let's just head over to the project tab, sequence tab, upgrade project. Give CI and triggers CI. Right, so this should trigger the CI1, and then right, it triggers the CI1. Okay. Right. Okay, so this will take a while. Right, so we have this, and then there's another PR, responsive index view. Hold on a second. Tadeus? Om Gigi. Säg god morgon. Hej. Hur är läget?
Ja.
Jag har kaffe till mamma.
Hur mycket är klockan?
Klockan är 20 över 10. Så vi måste gå och fixa lite kaffe till mamma. Vad är det då? Varför gör du så?
Det är den där han som pratade så här.
George Clooney.
Ja, en George Clooney.
Varför gör du en George Clooney?
För jag vill.
Men varför?
Det är min style.
Är det din style?
Ja, det är min style.
Okej.
George Clooney style.
George Clooney. Okej. Alright, George Clooney.
Varför ligger en telefon där?
Ha?
Varför ligger en telefon där?
Därför att den ligger där.
Men varför ligger den där?
Ja, därför att den, var ska den annars ligga då? Okej. Ja, jag kommer snart med kaffe till mamma. Right. Let's see. What are we talking about here? This one is running RSpec. Right. So let this guy run for a while. Okay, so that was RSpec, so that passed. Let's see if we will get some cucumber issues, which we might very well get. And in this particular PR, we allowed Shima to create a feature file in RSpec rather than use Cucumber. And we got two errors already, which is weird. Undefined method nil class, valid admin, because we're not checking if, okay. Right. We're not checking if there's a user logged in into this one, so that's a bit of a problem. And we have another unable to find CSS title new project. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. What else? So far, so for three failing tests. Created It looks okay so far, so good. 3 failing specs. We'll see at the end where we end up. So far it's alright. So this is a test suite that takes for fucking ever. Well, it's not forever, to be honest. It's slow, but we are testing a lot of functionality. And also, we are using this weird method of recreating fixtures, and that's why I don't want to run this. Well, A, it takes forever, and B, it recreates a lot of fixtures because we're using VCR and another method that is called Puffing Billy, which is totally for me, but it is what it is. And therefore it takes a lot of time it takes a long time to run those tests. But it's actually quicker than if we weren't using those. So that's good. But there is, I think, in my opinion at least, there's an even quicker way to do these things. But so far we have 3 failing specs or cucumber scenarios. Okay. A few warnings, which is something that we should probably probably address with the TSL hostname validation, but we don't have to worry about it today. So we have some commented out specs, but that's legacy. No problemos so far. Oh, here we got something. Right, we get this admin for nil class at the end. Again, because we are not checking if we have a user login. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5 failing specs. Okay, but that should be a pretty straightforward process to fix that. We will get a list soon. Oh, now we have something here. This is title new project, expectation new project, but I'm not sure why this is. It's a very stylish new project, but okay. Then I'm on the projects admin for nil class. This is the same thing. Project controller valid admin. Right. So a few more, so 5, 6, 7, and oh, even more here. Right. And more here. Now I lost count. To find out. Okay. Well, apparently we did manage to do some progress, made some progress, but we do have a few missing attributes. Get projects, define admin from nil class. We still get that thing. That's okay. Now at least we have a list of things. That's all right. And on this note, folks, we will end today's stream. I will be back later tonight at 5:30 UTC. We have a session together with Agile Ventures. It's part of the Work the Web training program. And if I have time, I will try to get this done, but if not, I will be back to deal with this website 1 issue tomorrow. Stay safe as well, and if the COVID pandemic, COVID things are surging in Russia, really stay safe, my friend. Don't expose yourself to any unnecessary risks. And to the rest of you guys, be cool. We have 34 failed specs on this one that I truly believe I can narrow down to a few lines of code in the project's controller. Most of these things are related to projects, a little bit about information page and dashboard activity, but we will fix that at the next session. In the next session, be safe, be cool. I hope the coding gods smile at you. If you want, we can see each other later this afternoon. If not, I'll see you next time. So long.